So we got a cool build going on down in the shop today that I'm gonna take you all the way through. In this case, Parker is taking 2 old pine doors. He is going to pull the chicken wire glass out of the center. He is going to custom fab a wrought iron panel to go in the center of each door. And these will be 2 sets of double doors that a client commissioned for their study and a bedroom. They found some cool doors out of our door selection, and they saw some of the old world wrought iron in our backyard, and they wanted to combine the two. All right, so you want to custom build, here are 3 ways we can help. 1, you can come to us and we can walk you through every step of the process and then build it for you. You come here, pick out your elements, tell us your ideas for the design, and we have our talented shop crew take it all the way through. The second way is if you have something at home that you want to see incorporated into a custom design, you can bring it to us, tell us your ideas, and then our shop crew can help you realize that goal. The third option is if you have the know-how and the ability to do a custom build yourself, but you're looking for an interesting starting point, say an old door or some old trim, you know, the old materials that are built the way they used to be and therefore good starting blocks. Come to us, look through our warehouse, find something that appeals to you, and then we can get you something you'll really like. So enjoy the process.
So today we're going to take a couple salvage doors, and these are wooden pine doors, old entry doors. Customer wants these for their new house. We're going to kind of upcycle them a little bit and add some old world iron. I made a few adjustments to it already. We've kind of taken some parts and pieces away from it to see what the door's built out of and see what we've got to, yeah, some investigating, oh, definitely. So we got actually 2 pairs of these that we're going to do. We're going to do a set that's 48 inches wide and a set that's 60 inches wide. So a set of these doors we got to cut down a little bit. Then there's another set that we got to add some to. And also the other challenge is that these pieces are not all here, so we're going to have to replicate some of these pieces. So it's obvious we got some pieces that are missing. We don't know why they're missing. But this is a really cool feature. This is the bottom of the door. Looks like it may have had a kick plate here at one time, so there was probably commercial doors. But the craftsmanship that somebody did and put into this is quite amazing, because these are really thick. They're all solid. They're not your normal day-to-day modern doors, and that's what we love, because the older stuff is much more well built. So they're going to be office doors, okay? And then this is the media room doors for their new home.
So we're taking out
this. Yeah, we're going to take that out, and we've got a couple of different patterns that the customer has picked out. I think this one's actually got some bronze medallions in it. The other set of doors is going to be 48 inches wide. The other thing that we got to do is add the theatrical to it, since they're a pair of like double doors. Yeah. All right, so we're going to take and remove all of this glass, and we're going to replace it with some ornate old wrought iron.
Okay.
So the other challenges that we have is we got one set that really doesn't
match up at all.
All you got to do is make the modifications to the door, get those cleaned up, take all this out, and then go over to the metal shop, make your iron panels, and then we'll come back here and we'll assemble it. Shouldn't take us very long at all. So let's get to it. Okay.
So I'm gonna take the razor blade and cut down the paint line, just to make things a little easier for myself.
So that it's easier to pry it up later?
Yes, exactly. Goes. So I'm gonna save as much as I can. And I just like to walk it down. Catch the nails. This is the only piece that we're gonna use as far as all this center. Once we put the OWI panel in here, this will go on top of that to capture everything and hold it into place. Once it gets more together, we'll see if, you know, we're gonna use it. There we go. Boom. Perfect. So let's flip her over. Being that this door has a number, I'm assuming that it came from a school or I guess an office. It's been a long time since I've been to school also, so you know. Well, there we go. Look at that.
Doing great. Looks wonderful.
What do you think of these doors?
Pretty cool. Lots of patina, considering half of it's burnt.
So at one point these doors were burned. We're assuming that's char marks. So we call this patina. We can run this through the belt sander, hopefully, and take off as much as we can. With me though, it'll be perfect. Oh man, look at that. Perfect. All right, let's get these nails out. That's right. Gotten that done. Being that they're not square and you know, we have some missing chunks, some rot and whatnot. We're gonna take track saw, clean them up, get them square as we need them to be. All right, so I'm gonna find the center of the door and then go off of that to make even cuts on both sides for it to be 24 inches. So we can put both of them together and have 48. 27 and a half is what we have. So that would be 8. So from there, which half of 24? 12.
I'm on it. See, this way people at home feel like they're helping you.
Honey, this 3D is amazing.
The Festool track saw allows you to get a table saw quality cut without having to wrestle something big and awkward like a door onto a table saw, which can be very dangerous. It also allows you to make off-square cuts like we're doing here.
So then we take the track and we have a mark right there.
Yeah, there we go.
Take your handy dandy. Let's see if we got the mark. What do you think, May? Yeah? You like it? All right, let's go with it. So the track saw, the glory of this is that you are provided a track to glide along with, and you've already done all your work, so hopefully everything you've worked up to, like our marks, will give you a nice clean straight cut. Happen. Look at that. Now we have a clean edge to go off of. Hopefully square.
This is hard to do, but it doesn't have to be hard as long as you got the right tools. We don't know that these doors are square when we get them, and most of the time they're not because they're in older homes. Making sure that this door is square is very vital to the environment that it's going in because it's new construction. Every house has fairly square walls, everything's nice and horizontal, level, plumb. And with the right tools, being able to cut this down and get it square again is really important. Well, Parker right now, he's done found center of the door. So he knows because this is a matching door, he wants his reveals to be the same on both sides. But at the same time, he's wanting to make sure that everything is nice and square. So it's really important that all of the cuts are carefully measured out. You know, the old adage is measure twice, cut once. These pieces we can't just go out to your box store and buy again. You know, we need to make sure that we have accurate cuts and really think the process through.
All right, let's get it going across 24. So now it's like a rinse, wash, repeat. Just got to keep that going with the other three. Except for one of them, we have to cut and add on to the top, which will be a little interesting. And then we move on to the metalwork. Today we're working on the metalwork. This is going inside the door window section. Everything on the door is done so far, and now it's time for framing out the metal and inserting it into the doors. So this is wrought iron. It's very interesting stuff. I mean, you can see the patina, the green, and then you have these little lead medallions that, you know, just give it a little extra characteristic. But we've cut it out of its original panel, and now we're bringing it in. We're gonna weld it up, pretty much cut it right here on this guy and this guy as well, and weld it up so it'll fit in here. Trying to square it up too also. It's gotten a little out of shape and this and that, so do a little squaring up and, you know, re-welding, cutting, and pop it in the frame, and then we'll be good. So
Working with vintage metalwork can be both challenging and rewarding. Along with its unmatched style and craftsmanship comes a unique set of challenges when fabricating something from this old world ironwork. Our collection of ironwork is upwards of 200 years old and was imported from Egypt, so it often needs to be wrestled into square when incorporating it into architectural builds.
got to cut off this at 2.5. Cut that off at 2.5. Clean this side completely off, pop it in there, and then place the pieces that I'm missing to kind of match up everything.
Since the opening in the doors Parker is trying to fill is a fixed dimension, he created a metal frame out of flat bar that he would then fill with the decorative iron elements. This way, because he knows the frame fits the door, the rest of the work is mainly cosmetic and he could really focus on the design. Once the three main sections of the panel are sized accordingly, they are prepped for welding by grinding away the rust at the mating surfaces. Then it's a matter of tacking everything up, checking the fit, then welding completely around the joints.
Got everything cut to size. I'm gonna weld it all up and then fit it in and see if I need to make any adjustments or, you know, what have you. Fill in some minor gaps, then heat up these rings and replace the parts that are missing. I think we'll be there. Looking good. All right, so we're kind of at a finishing point. We've taken it to where the customer wanted. We had to take the doors, pretty much clean them up, fill in all the holes, the keyholes, bumps and bruises, you know, this and that, sand them down. And then from there, we took the trim off, trimmed it up, you know, squared everything up, added to the doors to the, I guess, desired heights, widths, this and that. From there, we made the panels and then primed them up, and then this is what you're looking at. So we had to make two matching sets, not completely identical in, you know, height and width, but two pretty much matching sets that both have the same trim and kind of design look about it. These guys were original right here. These two, which you can't see the other side of this, but this guy is completely original. This had to be redone. Some because of charring, and then just be also because it was easier just to redo the whole thing. It was not a hard profile to recreate. These guys right here, we did actually do ourselves. They are going to paint and notch out the holes for the hinges and the lock holes. And I'm not sure if they're gonna put glass or what they're gonna do for the front entrance, which I'm kind of, you know, I'm curious about. But this is as far as they wanted us to take them. Metal fabrication for the panels, trimming out the windows to hold these guys in. The finish we only took to a prime, just because they don't know what color the house is going to be, and they're going to do that themselves. I'm really happy. I wish they were at a more of a finished state so I could actually see the full beauty of it. I put a lot of work into these guys. It's been a fun process making a door.
To learn more about our custom design process, head on over to blackdogsalvage.com and click Custom Designs on the left-hand side of the screen. Here you can see what is involved in helping you create a bespoke statement piece for your home or office. As always, the process of designing something custom is more fun in person, and we urge you to come browse our huge inventory of project-inspiring salvage and see what catches your eye.